Yeah, what is up, everybody? Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we're doing our AI-only championship series here in Civilization 6. We are on the second chance rounds, and we are on group stage number 5, correct, in the second chance round. And anyways, we got Mali, we got Catherine, we got Saladin, we have Chandragupta, we have Robert the Bruce, we have Pachacuti, and we have Qin Shi all competing against each other. Now, remind me, it's been a little bit. We just got a new era. Let's see, China, India, Saladin, and Mali all got dark ages. Okay, looks like China's going to end up getting their town right back. Mumbai's also going to flip immediately back. Although the funny thing about this is actually slowing down India a little bit and his conquest. Although once again, there's not really a whole lot of people for him to go conquest. Venice is actually suzerained. Okay, so all right. But Pachacuti's at war with you, which is kind of weird because Pachacuti's kind of far away. But I guess because this is one big island or one big landmass, dude, I don't know what is still with the frame rate. I guess we're just going to have to deal with it. Maybe it's just this map, I suppose. Yeah, I guess it must just be the map. I don't know, because, like, this is a brand new day. I've literally done nothing on my computer today, so, like, this should be, like, the best it is. So either my computer just decided not to work anymore, which somehow I don't think is the case. And I imagine here if I actually Control-Deleted and actually looked at my process, I bet we're pretty low here. So, 74 on the CPU. So, you know, definitely a little bit more on the CPU than I was expecting. I kind of figured it would be like, I don't know, 20% or something like that. Let's see, where's my GPU? My GPU is only at 27%. So I guess it's a little more heavy on the CPU usage. So still though, at only 70-something%, you would figure that like, hey, we could get frame rates. But once again, I think that just goes to show you that it's the mod, that it's not like actually my computer. Anyway, Scotland's looking pretty dang good right now. Valletta's about to get conquered by France, who's not looking too bad either. Arabia is not going to get Sanaa back. Interesting. That one's a little surprising. And actually, Arabia might be able to ninja this one. Yeah. Well, I mean, Arabia's got more troops there, but their troops have no HP. France is the battering ram. Doesn't look like Arabia attacked at all this turn. Now, France is going to have to remove that. Was close. Yeah, okay. France was able to take it. I was like, that one's going to be really, really close there. Because it really was going to be dependent on France moving out that hurt horseman and getting another one in there, which she was able to do. So Pachacuti is sitting here with 4 towns only right now. It seems a little low, buddy. Yeah, I'm not sure. He seems to be falling a little bit behind. 2, 4, 6 down here for Mali. I mean, luckily, even though the frame's kind of bad, like, it doesn't seem like it's going, like, too slow. Actually, hey, hold up. Let's do this real quick. I can't change anything, can I, right now? Yeah, well, we're on low on a lot of that stuff. Turn off shadows here real quick, too, and let's just see. I was worried about that. Yeah, that helped a little bit, although we are paused right now, so. But, yeah, I still think that helps a little bit. No, not really, not really. I might need to lower the quality. Yeah, I might need to. All right, so Mumbai did officially go back to India. I think India actually conquered it back. It's kind of what it looked like. Chennai ended up also flipping back to Qin Shi. He also has his Great Wall over here, but it's pillaged, which is kind of hilarious. A volcano pillaging the Great Wall. I mean, you know, yeah, it happens in the Loch Ness down there. I wonder, man, there should be a monster in there. I love that there's a fish in there, though. There should definitely be a fish. I think there should be a whale source in there as well, or something, right? Is that a lake? Yeah, that technically is a lake. Okay. But this is a coast. That's what was kind of throwing me. It's because of this particular map, you got like actual coast that is really not coast at all. But anyways, what's the score looking like? Robert the Bruce is doing pretty good right now. Same thing with Catherine. Robert the Bruce is about 100 up on 3rd place. So yeah, he's looking really, really strong. Still so long though. Like, I mean, we're barely at turn 108. We got to remember that we ended up ending this like 30 turns earlier than normal the first episode because it was going so laggy. So not that we really were able to fix it, but hey, you know, I think it's a little better. Okay, so Arabia did declare war on France. Not surprised there. I think when Valletta got conquered, it was like just a matter of time before those two went to war with each other. Although it actually looks like maybe France was the one that went on the offensive. She's rolling with 445 on the military score. Arabia's down at 590. So no, actually probably Arabia was the one that declared the war then. Chandragupta had a freaking 1,000. You know, just normal stuff. Look at all the Varu, my God. And no one spawned next to him. That, like, so lucky. Except for, you know, China, which ended up, losing a town and then it flipped back, right? Remind me, I think that's what happened. Anyways, China did end up getting the pyramids down here right next to the crater, which, you know, hey, sure. Extra worker. Petra here would be good because then they could actually shoot out some spaceport stuff in the city, but oh well. What's the teching looking like? Robert the Bruce is in first place, which is not surprising. I mean, he's not bad. I always remember, I was never a huge fan of him just because there wasn't a lot of synergy. Also, his unique ability, the Bannock Burn, is just not great. But Happy C's getting additional signs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, he got the signs there, but then the golf course was extra culture, which was just like, which is just, to me, it wasn't synergy. But anyway, so Robert the Bruce is doing okay in science. I don't know if his cities are happy. No really way to look at that. What about culture? No one's really doing anything in culture except Catherine. Interesting. So that means Catherine maybe could sneak out a victory. It's still really early, so, you know, a long way to go, but if there's ever going to be an opportunity, now would be that. Okay, so France is also at war against Mali. And there was a city here at one point. Interesting. Whose city was that? Was that a France city? If it was, that was a long time ago. Huh. I don't remember. I kind of feel like that happened last episode, but no idea. So, okay, scientific city-states are getting extra bonuses, which maybe... do we even have scientific city-states? There's Bologna. Oh, Geneva's in the game, too. But Pachacuti's getting it. And is Pachacuti not at war with anyone? I don't think Pachacuti's at war with anyone, so he is getting the extra science boost right now. Which I'm kind of surprised. He's not doing too hot. For having like a lot of territory to himself, he's kind of like a little far behind right here. Even his score's not particularly strong. I don't think Bordeaux's going to fall. The men-at-arms here are a little scary for sure. But Bordeaux has a garrison man-at-arms. So, you know, 47 garrison defense strength there. You know... Now there's enough units to get the surround on. So it really is going to come down to if this heavy chariot actually gets the surround. Oh, no, the walls came up. All right, GG. Well, that ended that right away. Yeah, without any catapults. Although, did he have trebuchet? No, there's literally nothing there to break the walls. So, GG. Sana's still full loyalty. Yeah, not much happening there. Dude, this is really annoying, man. Petra's actually getting thrown down here by Mali. Nice. Unfortunately, it's getting thrown down into town in which the Petra is going to do literally nothing. Yay us. Congratulations. Yay us. All right. I think I'm going to put a quick pause in. I'm going to change some of the graphical settings and lower it just to see if this can work a little bit better. So we'll be back in 1 second. So yeah, give me a minute. All right, let's see if that made a noticeable difference. I mean, well, definitely a noticeable difference from the graphical quality, but I mean, the scheme of things, like, graphics aren't as important, but yeah, it definitely doesn't seem to be as bad. So, all right, that's good. I mean, still getting kind of crappy frame rate thrown around. Like, you can see, like, when we pull side to side, it's like dropping to like 10 frames a second or something like that. I should actually get on my frame thing so I can actually see, you know, what we're actually getting. But you know, it's better. It's smoother. So like, at least mostly when I'm actually dragging it, it actually moves. So Arabia's having a lot of loyalty issues. We're about to hit the new era though, so they could or should be able to hold on here. Now, I don't know if they've done enough to actually get out of the Dark Age, but if they've done, then, you know, they should be able to grab back Sana, and Holmes and Baghdad should all be fine. If not, this could be a bit of an interesting situation for them. Bordeaux, like we said, is going to be perfectly fine. Doesn't look like France got a Dark Age. And I think Arabia got a Golden Age. Yeah, so Pachacuti and Scotland were the Dark Ages. Interesting. That might not be great for Scotland. He is still in first place, but yeah. Pachacuti as well. He's going to get it right back, but I mean, I don't know why, but he's just still falling pretty far behind here. He does have some mountains too, so it's not as if he didn't have like his terrain that he desires, but you know, all right. Where was Scotland? Scotland was also kind of thin and snaky, so I was a little worried that this wouldn't flip, but it looks like Edinburgh is going to flip back, so all right, that should be okay then for him. So he's still working on Oxford University. Dude, if he gets Oxford as well, man, interesting. So, and you know, dude, look at the wonders, man. I really think he might be wonder obsessed. That's 3 wonders he's currently popping out. But Oxford's going to give him some free tech. Doesn't also give bonus science in the city as well. Oxford. Ox. Okay, what? Yeah, 20% science in the city and 2 randomly free technologies. That's just going to be amazing for him. He's doing 158. Montrose, I don't know, is like his best scientific city. It's only making 32. So, you know, it wouldn't be as good as some of these other ones, I would think. Where's his capital? Sterling. Sterling is at 48. Yes. So Sterling would be better. And he could have built it in Sterling as well, which, you know, oh well. Because I think it's just flatland adjacent to a campus. But still, I mean, an extra 20 here is going to be 30 plus 10%. It's only 6 right now. So it'd only give him 6 additional science, but you got to remember, I'm pretty sure those numbers there don't account for the extra 30% science or whatever the AI gets on deity. So it will actually be more than that, but you know, not going to be crazy amount, but still the 2 free texts though, that's nice. That's nice, especially when you're already getting more research than anyone else. Well, at least for the time being. Saladin's actually slowly starting to catch up. Saladin also has quite a few boosts to help him in science, and the fact that he got a golden age is good for him because that means he will be able to get his stuff back. The war was a big fail, but you know, that happens. I wish there was an easy way for us to see who's at war with each other. Some of the other AI only mods did, the autoplay mods, you could kind of like click through and see who's at war. This one you can kind of change and see their view, their vision, which admittedly I kind of like. The downside is it means it's kind of hard to tell who's at war with each other, but that's okay. Looks like Venice is now finally, no, that's just the volcano. I don't know. Apparently, he just really wants to make sure that no one goes and steals Venice. So he's just parking units right outside of it. China's not building that many wonders, or by that many, any wonders for the record. Well, now he's got the Jebel popping out. He is expanding, though. Yeah, he's expanding pretty far. It looks like he's going for Kamasai. No, or is he protecting Kamasai? He's protecting Kamasai. He's pulling what India is doing over there with Venice. Okay. We did get the Petra over here in Mali, which I have to say is just like absolutely a disappointing Petra. Maybe one of the worst. But you know what? It's no worse than our freaking Panama Canal in the last game. Our Panama Canal to a 1-tile lake that eventually blew up and, you know, there was like a Panama Canal to nothing at some point. All right, special session. Actually, I wonder what that one was for. Religious emergency. Oh, you know what? We should check on the religion here. Hey, I'm hitting 1 there. Thank you. So Catholicism and, oh, interesting. So she's actually converted most of Arabia. Now, did Arabia actually get a religion? Remember, for the longest time, Arabia didn't. So Arabia didn't end up getting a religion. India was the one to grab the other religion. Yeah, because for the longest time, we only had 3 religions. So India did finally get it. So with Arabia losing the religion, I mean, it doesn't necessarily change the game. Scotland also has a religion, and they're right there. But she's working hard in Scotland, too. Dude, she could have 2... well, she could have 3 of the 5 religions, basically. Well, 1 is hers. So, sorry, 2 of the other 4 religions could be immediately converted. Which, in the scheme of things, I don't know is going to change the game, but she could definitely, you know, grab Mali for free. I don't think she's going to win a religious victory, but that does set her up for a bunch of points. That's probably the bigger play on that. And I mean, how much religious points does she have right now? She has 40 points due to religion, which is not bad. Rapid Bruce is at 30, though, so he's not too far behind. China also has religion, too. So Mali's the only one up here that doesn't have a religion. No buildings can be built in the city center? Wait, no, I think that was 100% speed. That'd be actually funny. Wait, was that seriously? Yeah, 100% production. Towards campus, actually. Okay. Be funny if no one can build buildings in the city center. Be like, what? Sorry, you know, you can't build anything. Okay, we actually got an okay Great Wall here. I mean, it doesn't really help defend anything, but, you know, hey, at least it's contiguous. So is that going to help him culturally? He could potentially, I mean, he's making some money off that, actually. Let's see, where's China? You're over here. So is this money per turn? That's gold balance. Yield. So he's making, oh gosh, every time. Come on, give me the yield. Give me the yield. Give me the yield. You son of a gun, give me the friggin' yield. There we go. He's making 114 per turn, which is almost double everyone else. Well, it is double everyone else, except Mali, who's making even more money. But, you know, Mali's made to make money. So, yeah. He's actually doing really good now in culture as well. So, all right. There's definitely not going to be a ninja culture victory, though. But China could make a catch-up here if they start rolling in the culture and then start popping out wonders. They also have a lot of terrain that they're settling in. France looks like they might be a little trapped, just a little bit. Scotland's still got plenty of room too, especially if China's settling westward. Scotland can then go westward as well. And India just kind of like gave up settling. I don't really know what's going on with India, man. India just didn't spawn next to anyone and then just kind of gave up, didn't know what they were doing. They're like, without being able to declare war on anyone, we're like, what are we supposed to do with our life? All right, building the terracotta army over here. You did get Oxford. Now you're working on Taj. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, I think Scotland is going to cruise here. Yeah, I feel like Scotland's going to cruise here to victory, man. If they can finish that Taj, like, A, they're going to probably be able to avoid Dark Ages. B, they're popping out so many wonders. I feel like they must be wonder obsessed. Like, they have to be. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Crash the game. Way to go, Brian. I was like, I just want to click and see whether or not you guys can actually see it. It looks like Flower Scotland. I can't see any other agendas. Like, I see the shadow still there. All right, well, whatever. We'll be back in a second when, oh, you know what? I do need to update my display drivers. Let's do that. I'm going to update my display drivers and then we'll be back. Give me a minute. All right, back from the crash. We have now updated our graphical drivers, got GeForce driver update, and we also updated Windows too, which was not intentional, but it apparently needed it. So I was like, all right, let's do that as well. So, okay, hopefully everything is working at least a little bit better now. It'd be interesting. I mean, yeah, I guess it's not so bad. I mean, it still drops frames every time we scroll, but like that's normal. The bigger thing is like, it was kind of like getting laggy and hard to scroll sometimes. And I don't think this is as bad. So yeah, I think this is working much better then. Okay, well, hey, there you go. Update your graphical drivers, which I knew I needed to do that. I just got lazy and just never found the time to do that, but whatever. Okay, so Scotland is still working on, oh yeah, we wanted to see if they were wonder obsessed. That was what we were trying to do. I don't think there's any way for us to see whether or not they're wonder obsessed. I think we maybe just kind of assume they are, or at least they're definitely pretty heavy into the wonder games, even if they aren't wonder obsessed. They also got a decent army as well. Now, the downside for them is they're only at 72 culture right now, which is going to put them a little bit behind for some of the later game wonders. So they'll be able to get like the Ruhr Valley. They'll be able to get, you know, some of the scientific wonders, but they're not going to be able to pop out necessarily the cultural wonders like Broadway and those. So, you know, that's just basically a couple points they're going to end up losing out on. The other thing is, and I imagine we're probably not seeing too many of the water wonders. So those are open for pretty much anyone, I would think, at this point. I'm just trying to scan around and see if any of the coasts actually have that. A copyright claim. What? Oh my God. So that was for Old World. I literally clicked the button where it was like no licensed music. Oh, that's so annoying, man. So annoying when that happens. It's part of the reason why, if you notice, we don't really have a lot of volume when it comes to Civ. Mostly because it's just like there's one song that freaking flags every single time. And it's just like once every like few episodes, it like gets flagged. So I just have to like keep the music really low, which I could probably turn the sound up and the music down. But I mean, it also can be kind of annoying when you get the rock bands or anything really, and just like the same sounds over and over. So anyways, you should be listening to me, not the music. Anyways, okay. So everyone got a Dark Age except Scotland and Arabia. That is not entirely unexpected. We do unfortunately now have a couple cities here. So China ended up losing Hadan, and Tuandi ended up flipping as well. And so now we have two basically neutral cities right next to each other, and neither are going to flip back. Pachacuti is going to get their city back, so that's not end of the world. Saladin got a golden age. So wonder, yeah, Saladin's not flipping Bologna. What did France end up losing to a dark age? Rhymes? Isn't it Rhymes? Anyways, that one's not like super close to anything, and that one should, well, I say that might actually flip to Scotland, because we got the golden age right here. And actually, I think Scotland has more loyalty pressure there as well. If we hit 8 here, yeah, it's actually going to Scotland. There you go. Oh, hey, graphical cuts. Great. And then we saw who China lost. What did India lose? They lost Jabalpur. Dude, I'm really disappointed with Chandragupta. Like, I don't know, like, just compared to Gandhi, who somehow just always manages to do enough to make it on to the next round and then just, like, eventually win it. Like, Chandragupta, like, he's made the knockout rounds. I know that. But he really, well, okay, he did make the finals the one time because it was between the two Indias for the championship. Although that was a very weird AI only series, and I'm not going to really get into the details, but it had a lot to do with the current mod we were using at that time. And that mod basically really kind of made things a little funky. So that one wasn't necessarily built on the strength. Which is why it was cool for India to actually win the last one, because it was like, all right, so even though they made it that one time, that wasn't like a complete like bug, you know, it wasn't only because of the mod. All right, China's actually finally working on a mod or a wonder. They also got Sinbad, but you know, somehow I'm thinking that Sinbad's not going to be that useful. And especially with no barbarians spawning out, yeah, probably not going to get too much use out of you anymore. Hadan and Twadendi aren't flipping. Shen is actually flipping from China, although I would imagine they can stop that. Will they? That's a good question. Jabalpur ended up going back to India. What are we looking at? I mean, assume still Robert the Bruce. Yes. Catherine's still in second place. Saladin, even with the golden age, you know, still over 100 points down. So still got to do some work here, man. So when are we going to wrap up this episode? I don't know. We got to go a little longer for sure. So I definitely know we want to hit to, I mean, probably like... Let's see, the next era is going to be 30 turns, so that's going to be 209. That's probably about where we normally go. And then usually that third episode can go like super long. Now, we're not going to have anyone eliminated, so Apocalypse mode is on the table, 100%. And I imagine we're going to get a pretty decently long Apocalypse age. Like, it's going to obviously depend on how much coal everyone's getting, but I would be kind of shocked if we don't get a really long dramatic age. Yeah, resource icons are turned on. Okay. So Arabia was working on... Oh, what happened? Oh, they were just working on a wonder, but it just got jacked from someone else. Because I was about to make a comment on it. Where did it go? I don't know, but they were just working on one, and I was about to point it out. They do have the Ruhr Valley. It was another scientific wonder. Maybe it was just the Ruhr Valley then. Maybe. What's science? I mean, he's rolling around with AT crews, so Robert's definitely doing okay. He's at 241 though, so he's still got a ways to go if he's gonna, like, same thing Saladin. Neither are really in position to win. They need to be closer to 300, closing in on 400. Robert the Bruce is going to be able to get Ruhr Valley though. He's going to steal that from Saladin. And then, yeah, those were the two with the golden ages. I would be really shocked. Oh, he ended up missing out on Taj. Oh, never mind. Okay, so who jacked the Taj then? France would be my assumption. I doubt it was India, because India doesn't really have a lot going on. Pachacuti, do we see a Taj here? Yeah, actually, Pachacuti jacked it. Interesting. Now, that was this era, just for the record. So, Pachacuti should be able to avoid a Dark Age this next era. I mean, it would be absolutely shocking if they got another Dark Age, because they got the Taj this era. So that's a wonder, plus then, you know, the Taj wonder. So, yeah, they should be able to get a Golden Age out of this. Not going to necessarily make much of a difference, but, you know, that's nice. Now, that does unfortunately kind of suck for Scotland a little bit. They're going to get another wonder this era, but they might be looking at a later game Dark Age. But I guess what's great now is they did pick up Reims. So if they do get a Dark Age, they're going to end up losing Francistown, which is going to not be that big of a deal. They also are in a nice spot here where they're not really going to have to worry too much. Like, France isn't going to be able to start flipping Dumfries and Dumbarton. So, man, I did not get enough sleep last night. Apologies. Woo! It was one of those situations where I think Parker just woke me up like 5,000 times and I just wasn't sleeping comfortably. I actually fell asleep on the couch last night before I went to bed. Parker was outside barking and poor Emily had to get up and go like get her in the house. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I like fell asleep to her barking. It's just I was tired. I worked yesterday and just I'm still exhausted from that as well. So Kumasai's taking some damage. They are suzerained by China, so yeah, Pachacuti is actually going to grab it. That's good. Pachacuti needs that. Pachacuti needs some more territory. They need some more empire score. Now, whatever happened to Catholicism, still getting spread, man. And actually, Pachacuti is, you know, almost eliminated here as well. She hasn't really been spreading anymore with Arabia or anything like that. Nor has she really pushed Scotland too much. So I don't think we're going to see a religious victory. What about potential diplomacy victory? No. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's going to be score at this point still. So Robert the Bruce is 150 points up on Catherine, which, yeah, I mean, he's been doing really good, and he's been popping out all the wonders. Like, I imagine if we look at the wonder score, it's ridiculous. Yeah, 150. So he's doubled everyone else's wonder score, basically. That's crazy. Wait, who had 90 down here? So Pachacuti's at 90. So Pachacuti is the second most wonder score, and he's still over 100 points down from second place, which is kind of hilarious. Why would that be, by the way? Empire size is 232 to 277. 35 on great people. That's, yeah. And then no religious score is also kind of hurting. And then era score, I imagine, must be lower too. Yeah, so that combination of multiple things. Now, the era score shouldn't be as bad going forward because, you know, he got the Taj Mahal. Great people, yeah, I mean, it's probably still going to be bad. And he's got a couple popping out. I don't know if he's not going to be able to necessarily catch up to France, but, you know, he should at least be able to get some. And then the lack of a religious game is just really horrible. So this Taoism then was from Mali. Okay. So interesting. So France is working on the Cristo Redentor, also popping out unique unit, also popping out Broadway. So that's going to help France probably stay second place. I got to say, I don't know anyone's going to be able to catch Robert or France. Comments, well, then again, if we get enough comments, maybe. China's not too far off, but the fact that France is about to build 2 more wonders is just going to kind of put a nix in the catch-up here. Although you are working on Big Ben and Hermitage, so all right, maybe not. Maybe it's not as dire as I thought it was originally. And India is still doing nothing. They're at 5 towns. What the heck? Seriously. And it's not as if they didn't have room. So I don't know. Chandragupta just broke or something. So let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 towns down here for China, and that's having still lost Sudan. So they have they've put down twice as many cities as India. I don't understand. They're finally throwing out another settler, but it's way too late at this point. Like, I honestly, even if like he nonstop put out cities the rest of the game, I just don't see him being able to catch up. That's just kind of psychotic at this point. Yeah, that you're that far behind. Okay, Pachacuti's throwing down another town. That's going to be good. Hermitage is now also being worked out by France. But I don't think you're quicker than China. And remember, you were, but then China used the builder. Yeah, so as long as China just uses a couple of the build charges, like, he's going to be able to get that wonder. I love that, man. I love that. He's also working on Big Ben. And so I don't think we saw Big Ben. Ooh, we actually got a spaceport. Yeah, we got a spaceport. A couple of spaceports popping out. And actually the first rocket as well. Now, okay, no, he's at 431. All right, so it was like literally 5 minutes ago, I was like, nah, no one's going to happen in science victory because, you know, he needs to be at 300, closing in on 400. Next thing you know, he's well over 400 in science. So, yeah, no, he's definitely in a really great spot to win the game now. Not that he needs it because he's in first place by quite a bit at this point, but still. All right, this era, let's see what we ended up with. Yeah, see, Scotland did get that Dark Age. So Pachacuti got the Golden Age, like we thought. Chandragupta got a Golden Age. Everyone else got a Dark Age. That is an interesting one. What's also interesting is Reims was not the Scotch city that flipped. Interesting. Did they build a new one? Selkirk? Medina? Medina's Arabia. Selkirk, is that? Would that have been Scotland? Yeah, that's got to be Scotland because of the units there. Selkirk, or Googling it here. Equipment. North Racehorse. I mean, anyways, it has to be them because they have they popped out with the mechanized infantry, and no one else has that much science. So that had to be their town. Bologna ended up flipping over here. That one's going back to France though. Although Damascus flipping is not good. And then Mali ended up losing Gene. Yeah. And then Shen for China. So we just got a huge free city just dump here. Now, it looks like Chandragupta might be going to war here, but you're thinking about a war, but that's not going to end up going out well for him, no. So, all right, we're going to wrap this episode up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment. Let me know what you think. So always hit the subscribe button, join the game, comment, show your support. Next episode, we're going to find which of these civs are going to make it onto the knockout round. And then after that, we only have, only one more second chance group stage. And then we have the second chance, which should be fun. But anyways, till then, bye, everyone.